guys, how's it going? I'm Curtains. Today we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I saw it on Steam, I've seen it around a bit, and when I first saw it on Steam, I just thought it was another like one of these visual novel dating type of things, typical, seen 1,000 of them, seen 1,000 more. But when I saw it, one of the tags was like psychological thriller. So that kind of got me interested, and it has really high ratings. And when I loaded it up the first time, it had all these warnings, like if you have depression and anxiety, you probably shouldn't play it. You shouldn't play it if you're under 13, and it sent me to a website, had just a whole list of general warnings, and so I'm just going to put this out there as a general warning. If you're not feeling any sort of okay, maybe just don't watch this today. So let's get into it and see what's cutting. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. If she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha! I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Curtains. That's me. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Throat's a bit dry. Hold on. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Curtains. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commutes. By the way, Curtains, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori just likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What the fuck's a NEET? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. It's warm in this room today. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. I will say, Sayori is kinda cute. Little bow. I like it. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... No what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Ouch. Little mouth. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. In real life, I could get down with the Literature Club. I like books. I like to read. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well... I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Those cupcakes, they'll get you every time. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Whoosh! Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. It's nice to meet you too, girl one. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, curtains! What a nice surprise! Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? I like Natsuki. She's fiery, cute, tiny. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably at first year. She was also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Oh, and she makes cupcakes. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, can't talk today. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. I only have so many female voices, alright? So these are all gonna kind of blur together. It's great to see you again, Curtains. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Oh, I've been there, brother. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Curtains. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little excited. How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Sayori mentioned it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Oh, so it should sound more like, it's delicious! Yeah. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. It was really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. So I already said, well, maybe. She's spunky. But not for, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? By God, it really does. It really, really does. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Huh? That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Got an itch. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised.
How come you decided to start your own club?
You'd probably be a board member for any of the major clubs.
Were you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Cool, good for you.
Monica's a really great leader.
Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Curtains, what kind of things do you like to read?
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
Game of Thrones.
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing, to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I'm actually busy reading a horror book. In real life. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why is that? Well,
Natsuki's R's dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
She's adorable, though. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki, puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. It is impressive. I'm not much of a poet, so it is kind of impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ...
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Curtains?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Ola, there's still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought... Curtains...
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really came just for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Oof. Welcome to the literature club!
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Curtains, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Curtains, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore, because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, hello cutie, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Sensation, sparkle, destiny, unstable, time, hope, forgive, cheeks, incapable, blanket. Let's start with cheeks. Vitality, meager, cheer, hurt, vivacious, play, puppy, boop, sunny, sticky. Let's go with boop. Little boop. Clumsy, flea, peaceful, anime, depression, nightgown, grief, lollipop, promise, and vanilla. Nightgown. Do these three jump depending on which word I've picked for them? Or am I leaning more towards Satsuri here with her bow? Because she looks happy, and these other two are looking quite sad. Summer, shiny, hopeless, chocolate. Awesome, effulgent, horror, special, imagination, and excitement. Effulgent? Effulgent? I don't know what it means, but I'm putting it in. Landscape, family, whisper, waterfall, hop, death, calm, feather, eternity, friends. Eternity. Hey, I got a bounce out of old purple hair here. Infallible, swimsuit, hair, dance, heart, cry, rain cloud, flower, anxiety. Starscape. Getting lots of bounces out of old purpley hair here. I forgot her name. Don't tell her I forgot her name. Silly, unending, jumpy, bouncy, ribbon, journey, uncontrollable, disoriented, embrace and desire. Bouncy. Variance, vibrant, comfort, pain, wrath, pink, lazy, along, kawaii, and secretive. Vibrant. Email, parfait, color, dark rose, massacre. Done. Massacre. I'm only halfway through this thing. We're gonna speed it up just a bit. Whirlwind, sadness, bunny, nibble, broken piece, crimson, rainbow, defeat, pout. Crimson. Ambient, twirl, extreme, suicide, precious, melody, laugh, poof, poof. Loud, after image, heaven sent, dazzle, milk, music, fantasy, charm, cute, skipping, after image. Disaster, scars, whistle, adventure, extraordinary, marriage, aura, dream, treasure, treasure. Just going off the top of the head like this. Bed, inferno, joy, lucky party, covet, vacation, explode, incongruent, doki doki. Happiness, fear, heartbeat, universe, breathe, uncanny, ocean, existence, shopping. Wonderful, contamination, sunset, flying, tenacious, tenacious, D. Fireworks, strawberry, kiss, passion, amazing, kitty, lust, unrestrained, empty, kitty. Unrequited, bubbles, warm, holiday, disown, frightening, sing, judgment, disarray, memory, sing. Sugar, skirt, analysis, fickle, electricity, lipstick, sweet, atone, valentine, romance, atone. Melancholy, giggle, childhood, anger, intellectual, captive, portrait, prayer, games, together, games.
Hi again, Curtains.
Hello again.
Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Curtains.
I would get back pain standing like that the whole time.
I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it?
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack.
Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
And last year, too.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Curtains always gives his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting.
And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Curtains can become good friends too.
Sayori.
Ellipses.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know. But wait, Sayori.
Huh? Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright, well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is...
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much.
Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga?
You read manga, right?
Sometimes? Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. Is it?
Is it gone? Did I get it? What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Aha, much better.
Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feeling. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Curtains. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the books right into my hands. Ah, stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
Don't just stand there.
What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. Can't read at the same time like that.
Huh? Why is that?
Guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I could feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am. Nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice-of-life affair. Kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be plots?
Well, obviously.
You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot?
I mean,
well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. Later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good.
There's so many touching parts.
Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Look at that little grin. She's cute! Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, Natsuki gives me a little shove. Just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power.
Good save.
Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess. Is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something.
Yeah.
Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, it's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh my god, she's cute. We read on for a few more minutes. Finished a couple of chapters at this point. You sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Face punches for everybody! I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. Much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Wait. Which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Geez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. I always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Spoilers! Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Huh? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can go start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through Volume 1 so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn. Whew. Let me try that one again. Sayori's is written on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Sayori, Natsuki, my girl, Yuri, or Monica? Decisions. I've already been having so much fun with Natsuki today. I feel like we've got a connection there, so I feel safe sharing poems with her. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Also that's a very solid point. This voice is terrible in my throat. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, I don't even get to hear the poem I wrote. I bet it was epic. Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I just don't feel like giving you my opinion. Huh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. Told you it was good. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr. Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Uh-huh. This is very deep. Very true. Yes. Monkeys can climb. Crickets do leap. Horses race. Owls seek, yes. Yes. Yeah. told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves?
Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. I mean, eagles can fly. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
That's exactly what I got out of that poem.
Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did? I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? You know what? I think I'm going to cut that here. Things are moving along pretty nicely. Well, we're getting some character establishment, but I mean, it's kind of like what Natsuki was saying about the manga, it's all just setting up. It gets better later. That's what I'm hoping, at least. So I'm going to end this here. We'll pick back up on this next time. If you guys liked it, thumbs up, subscribe, comment. You guys all know what to do. So high five and be awesome.